Spring is the best time to be adding some shrubs in your garden, and roses, of course, are one of the most charming plants you can have. At this time of the year, garden centers are filled with different types of roses in potted forms. But if you're interested in specific colors and really healthy roses from one of the leading breeders in the UK, do check out David Austin Roses. Their website is pretty cool. They have a wide selection of shrub and climbing roses and really good growing information. This video is of course not sponsored, but we are just sharing our experience in growing these roses. So last year we added 4 roses to our garden from David Austin, 1 climbing rose called Teasing Georgia and 3 shrub roses, Olivia, Austin, Lady of Shalott and Boscobel. As you can see, these roses are super pretty and we were quite impressed with them. So this year we are adding another climbing pink rose and we got the bare root version of it. We thought you guys might be interested in joining us in how we go about planting this rose. So when you get a bare root rose, it's gonna look something like this. Definitely nothing close to the beautiful pictures we just saw, but trust me, they establish into really good plants. We need to soak them in water for 2 hours before you're ready to plant. Since this is a climbing rose, we wanted to plant it next to our garden shed and add a trellis so that it can climb the structure. We first dug a hole twice as wide and deep as the root. And in this case, since we wanted to climb the structure, we are making the hole pretty close to the shed. Loosen the soil, add some compost, and place the bare root carefully. The website also recommends adding some mycorrhizal fungi, which is a root enhancer and helps the plant establish itself better. So we added a little bit of that and also some rose fertilizer or general plant food and filled it in with compost. And after that, we just need to give it a pretty good soak. Mulch the area and you're done. To add the trellis, we use these hooks from a hardware store and drill them in the wooden shed. We use metal wires then to create a trellis-like structure so that the rose can eventually climb up on that. For the other climbing rose we had added last year, we couldn't add a trellis then. So this year we're adding a freestanding trellis like this, which we got in a second-hand store, and we're using a couple of T-posts to hold them in place. If you have roses in your garden already, here are some spring maintenance things that you can do. Generally, they recommend to prune the top few inches, or for more established plants, around 1/3 of the plant. But our roses we planted last year are still quite tiny, so we didn't really prune them a whole lot. It's also a good time to add some compost or manure and some rose feed. It's also recommended to do a preventative spray for roses in general around spring. Honestly, we didn't have any issues with these roses last year, but since this is a general recommendation, we thought we'll just follow this. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked joining us on this rose planting and maintenance. We'll bring you guys along maybe in late summer once all of them start blooming. Happy spring gardening and take care everyone.